Hello there.
Hi everyone.
That's right, you can see us without masks.
I know.
We are in a special place. We are in Tampa, but that does not mean we're in Busch Gardens. Because normally when we're in Tampa, we're in Busch Gardens. But we aren't. But there are still animals. See, we're primates. Yeah. No, we are at the Lowery Park Zoo. You may know it as Zoo Tampa, which is actually on the show by the Discovery Channel, The Secrets of Zoo Tampa. We came here to experience the zoo, and we also booked a special experience that we're actually starting our day off with. What are we doing?
We're gonna pet a white rhino.
We are! And we're going to check out some of the white rhino locations. I'm not sure whether or not we can film back there, but we are definitely going to get photos, for sure. There are, just like any other backstage locations, you cannot film backstage, you cannot take photos backstage, but we are definitely going to take photos with the white rhino, which is awesome. How often do you get to do that? No, seriously, how often do you get to do that?
It's my first time.
Me too. Well, for now, we're just going to monkey around until our tour. So when I said monkey around, what I actually meant is the orangutans. It looks like it's an enrichment day with blankets because they all have a bunch of blankets. There's some small blankets down there with the kiddos. And then we saw a larger orangutan head inside with a full blanket. Yes. Baby is walking on its own over there. I wonder what it's trying to do. Is it making a hammock? That's what it looks like. Just made its own hammock. I love the like hide and seek aspect we're seeing today. We found the Komodo dragon. They don't move very fast. Do you know why?
Why?
Because their commoder doesn't work. Yeah. But what do you know about this animal?
Nothing.
Nothing? Because it's a lowland, a Noah. I know a little bit, just a little bit. So first I gotta say, this is an animal that normally electrical engineers like, because it's just an easy animal for them to remember. Because you know, when they put things together, they put a piece of tape here, and a piece of tape here, and a piece of tape here. But I also have to say, this is the largest tapir I've ever seen in my life. Because normally, they're maybe about from here to there is the normal size of one. Like, wow! How many rhino are typically in a crash?
They can get up to where like 14.
Okay.
Ours specifically, we have, how many do we have now? I think we have 6. Yes, we had 7. We just sent Gaba because I ran out of hay right here. Here we go, buddy. We technically have 6 right now. We just sent one of his offspring, Capenzi, off actually a month ago by now. She went to Jacksonville Zoo as part of a species survival plan. So our rhinos here are part of that species survival plan. Basically a fancy word for matchmaker.com. So someone looks at the genetics and pairs our rhinos together, which rhinos would be a good pair or not. So if they have a breeding recommendation elsewhere, if Alabama had one, we would go to that facility, or we might get another female in. It's just more focusing on the conservation aspect and making sure we have good genetics within the population and the North American zoos here. And he is the father to our 2 youngest members of our crash. Like I mentioned, Kayan, our youngest, she just turned a year old in January, and Amari is about 2.5 years old now. He's the father of both of them.
It's also very protective, so keep an eye on her. She likes teething and growing. On average, that rhino horn growing at 3 inches every year. So we're seeing how long she wants to get it. Now we're going to have our 2 babies closest to us here. The first one is Amari, and then Kayan is the one behind him. And Dogo is Kayan's mom, and she's behind Kayan. And then the butt is going to be Aleki, process of elimination. That is Aleki, that is Amari's mom. That's our lovely crash of white rhino.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
We got to touch a rhino.
Yes.
We got to touch the male in the crash. The other voice that you heard was Kyle, our sort of like tour guide. And then Julia works with the rhinos on close occasion. She did say that she has only been with Zoo Tampa for 3 months.
So.
Yep. But still cool.
Yeah.
And it was really cheap. It only cost us $20.
Yeah.
Yep. Of course, it cost us $20 per person, but still, for an animal encounter, is pretty cheap.
Rhino.
Yeah. So I think it was awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Let's go see what other animals we can see around here.
Yes.
So apparently it was the best time for us to go on the tour because they were feeding. But just like with humans, after you feed, what do?
Take a nap.
Yeah, you take that nap. So they're all gathered down there taking a nap. We are headed into Wallaroo Station, which is the children's portion of the zoo. And just as you enter, you have a palm cockatoo sitting here eating. Tasty. I'm getting drip dropped on. It's because of that up there, which is above us. I got some drip drop on me head. Now, Kiara and I did dress up to come to the zoo. We dressed up in safari gear. She looks so cute. But in Wallaroo, they have like a water park area. They have a couple of rides. They have the Wallabies and the emus over here. And they also have the koalas, so we're gonna go check out those animals. So, and here's the emu, and he legitimately watched us come over here. So I think he wants attention. You trying to bite my ankles? Look at that. It's glass, silly. Why are you trying to bite my ankles?
Maybe he sees a bug.
I can hear you like crunching. Now you're taller than me. Look, he's got teeth. Do you guys see that? He's got teeth. All right, we're gonna leave you alone so other people can see you, okay? Okay, bye. Also in with the emus, you can see the wallabies. Now this used to be like a petting zoo area.
It's definitely not.
Yes, definitely not a petting zoo area. So we have a koala in here. Yeah, farther back in the other enclosure. She's giving rubs, is what she's doing.
Look at their little ears.
Scratches.
What's it the weight? Koalas sleep like 20 hours out of the day.
It's funny you said that because it totally says right there. You know your koala facts.
I went to Australia once.
You have all the koalifications. Kiara, I told you, didn't I tell you? This place is bananas. See? All over the place, they're bananas. I don't know what happened, but I ended up upside down, and this place is just so batty. How do I get down?
Oh, let's go in.
I don't. Okay, we're gonna figure this out. So in here there are a few birds. That's a kookaburra sitting right there. There's a couple bats up top. There's some cockatoos over there. And then there's a bird down there. What type of bird is that? I don't know what type of bird that is. Where? Where do you see a giant bird? In the rocks? Oh, down there. There is a giant bird down there. is really hard to see. Oh, that is the Victorian crown pigeon. That's really hard to see down there. But the thing about kookaburras is sometimes you can get them to talk to you. So, I guess not. It does not want to talk to me. We also found a green tree python, but like, because it's not moving, because we don't see
Its eyes aren't really blinking.
a tongue flick or anything, we're not sure if it's real. Because of the color green. I'm pretty positive it isn't, because that looks like a cobweb hanging off of it. So it just moved its head.
Punked.
So it is real.
It is real. It just moved. The whole head moved.
Yep.
It's like underneath the wire now. It moved it underneath the wire.
That's weird. Oh, there it goes.
Maybe he was sleeping?
Maybe. There you go.
Whoa.
Yeah, because we didn't see a tongue flick or anything. We thought he was fake. He's got cobwebs coming off of him. Now he sees the camera. He's like, what the heck is that thing? The reason why we didn't think it's real is if you step back, you can see the enclosure is just like a fence with a barn door and a couple of locks. And then he just...
I mean, this is like, you can't get through here. This is like, there's something behind here too that I think we just can't see.
Oh, like a piece of glass?
Yeah, there must be like a piece of glass right there. I mean, there has to be. It's a snake.
However, it's a python, so they don't bite, they primarily crush.
I mean, yeah, but still, you don't want it to get loose. Just be out.
We're just amazed that, like he I'm sorry, he didn't look real.
Seems interested in something that is on one of our persons.
It's either our clothes or the camera. He has like a groove under his mouth right there, you guys can sort of see. It's just the color green is so bright. It didn't really seem like... It seemed...
And he was just so still.
Yeah, he wasn't moving, his tongue wasn't flicking. I mean, snakes don't have eyelids. They have like a film over their eyes, so like it made sense that it wasn't blinking.
Like, I feel like you'd still like see the film, don't you?
So Kiara, I hear that the people that work here at the barn, they have to speak up a little bit more. Yeah,
'Cause they're hoarse.
Yeah, they're a little hoarse.
Yeah.
So in here they have some llamas and some goats, but we're a little bit worried. I have never seen this. Have you ever seen this? I have never seen this happen. This llama is laying down.
I mean, he looks like he's sunbathing. He was moving. See?
That's so funny. What do you smell?
Fish.
Fish? What do you think it is?
One guess.
I think it's a turtle. I mean, look, there, it's right there. See it? There's the turtle. Oh wait, that's a doghouse. What is it? Penguins. So the reason why I say that is Benedict Cumberbatch did an entire like documentary, and the documentary, nobody told him that it wasn't said penguins, that it was penguins. So for the entire like hour and a half he said penguins. And they didn't tell him, they published it that way. Now in here is a radiated tortoise, but because he likes to hide, he doesn't radiate so much. But when we first looked, I thought he was this rock, because the rock is sort of like shell-shaped from the other side, and so I had to look around to sort of find him, because like I said, he hides, or she. I don't know the difference between a male and a female, but this is all the same exhibit. And as you follow this around, you can see that he's got like this nice little house here in the green, and then right down in here you can see it hiding in that corner.
These are the Galapagos Tortoises.
There's 2 of them.
Yep.
There's a really big one back there.
Yeah, he's jumbo.
And then there's a smaller one.
Yeah, I assume the bigger one's the male. Or maybe they're just different ages.
Possibly.
Yeah. There's also a Galapagos tortoise. Sorry, baby. The baby Galapagos tortoise.
That's cool. So this one's obviously younger. It says juvenile. Which means this one gets to the size of the other 2.
Yep, and the other one will grow. So those are about 600 pounds.
Whoa!
They grow to that size in 30 years.
In 30 years, they probably live to like, what, 100 and something?
Probably even older than that.
And then what is over there? I see a couple more tortoises this way. Are they Galapagos also?
That's what had the baby, yeah, with the stripes on it. One of those had their baby on May 1st.
Aldebra?
I don't know which one, but I don't know if
So they're different tortoises.
yeah, that's probably, I think that's
Cool. Only.
But they can be, however, they can be up to 175 years old.
Wow. But you say only. Only, that's us 3 times put together. Both of us. 3 times. In an elevator. Kiara, look, there's a zebra.
He's kissing the pole.
Yes, the giraffe is definitely practicing its kissing. That's a silvery cheeked hornbill. He's really picky. It says that this is a baobab baby, which is it's a tree, not a baobab baby, but the baobab tree, which is known as the upside down tree. And it says it can grow how high?
75 feet.
And how wide?
33 feet.
So like as wide as me.
Yep.
But then it also says you may enjoy watching this grow. And we've been standing here for quite some time.
That has not grown.
Yeah, I have not seen it grow. It's the same height.
Lies.
Also back in the back you can see the shoebill stork. Now, the shoebill stork of course is in their enclosure, but normally their nest is about that big. It is a big nest. Now, above us is a sign that says talking elephant, and I was asking Kiara, I wonder what elephants talk about. And I wonder how like the politics of elephants is. But then I noticed it's a lot like humans. It's pretty poopy. What is this rock stuff?
It's actually ivory.
It's ivory.
Confiscated ivory. Given to the Tampa Zoo by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service.
And it says 250 tons was confiscated. That's a lot of ivory.
Yeah, so I think
From
that means-
poachers.
Yeah, confiscated from poachers.
Yep.
So that's a big reason why elephants were endangered
Right.
in the first place.
For their tusks. But there is an alternative. We saw what we thought was ivory, these carvings, but it's actually palm nuts.
Yep.
And it gives the same look, and it starts the nuts.
The full nut, and then as they kind of carve it and clean it up, you can see
That's really cool.
the finished product.
That's awesome. Look at that weird rock.
That's not a rock.
What?
Animal.
What is it?
It's a hippo. Kind of looks like a hippo.
It is a hippo. It's a pygmy hippo.
A pygmy hippo?
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, you gotta pick it up. You pygmy. You give it a pygmy back. Right?
Yep.
No, it means that that hippo, which is normally the size of a baby hippo, right?
Yeah.
Will not get any bigger than this
Oh.
because they are bred to be that small. They're pygmy hippos.
Can we get one?
No, we can't have a pygmy
It
hippo.
would fit in the house.
You just shave your guinea pig. That's all you have to
I
do.
don't have a guinea pig.
Kiara, I think it's bath time.
Yep. Oh, look at him.
Oh, I love this part.
Yeah.
Forgot about this part.
Ooh, that looks good. This is Zach. He's an okapi, and he's sitting there sticking his tongue out at us. You see that? Blah, 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 blah. Kiara, you gotta be really careful when you say this one's name. Go ahead and say its name. What type of monkey is that?
Victorian gray TT monkey.
A what?
Victorian gray TT monkey.
And then to the right here, we have a golden lion tamarin. Look how bright that fur is. That is not our camera. That is actually its fur. I do find it funny that like
they're so cute.
Like they're using Halloween buckets. Yeah. But you're right, you did see chickens. There's a chicken down there.
I got chickens in here.
And then there's a chicken over there.
Chickens are a natural method of controlling insects that can spread potential harmful disease.
That's so clever and smart. I heard a squeak. These are lorikeets. You can see that they're bright green. They sort of blend in with the foliage around us. There he goes. He's jumping over. Boop, boop. Oh, look, there's another baby. Now, Kiara, is this the same rhino we saw earlier? No.
The Indian rhino.
It's the Indian rhino. Does that mean they're from India?
Yes.
I like the smell of rhino.
Do you?
Yeah. It doesn't smell like as bad as horse. Ooh, look at those ears flutter. Mmm. Where are you going? Where are you going? This is an Indian gharial.
Oh, they're actually really close to extinction.
They are.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I do think, though, they're a lot like the Indian elephant in a way that they're really nosy. This is the Binturong. There's one sleeping up there, and then there's one up there trying to decide whether or not it's going to jump to the ledge. We're going to see if we can catch it. Ooh, yawn. It's sleepy nappy time. There it goes. Look at that tail. We're going to see it used. Watch the tail used. Oh, cool. That was so cool.
It kind of reminds me of a cat tail.
Sort of.
Cats like will wrap their tails around stuff like that.
Well, it's more like
I think it's more muscular.
a possum.
Yeah.
We found a red wolf.
Oh my gosh, I want to pet him so bad.
It looks like we saw a sign that says our red wolves are under vet care for their ears.
He must be okay.
Mm-hmm. There is one way back there in the corner.
Oh yeah, they have like their own little sleeping pods.
Yeah, it looks like they all dig holes
That's so
and then lay down inside them.
Sleeping.
Now, if you've never seen a bald eagle, which I'm pretty sure you haven't unless you live out in like rural Vermont, you know, like really northern woodsy area, the Lowery Park Zoo or the Tampa Zoo has two of them. One of them cannot be rehabilitated because there was an accident that happened to it, and so it cannot fly. Its wings aren't clipped. It just, the one wing doesn't work, and so it doesn't have the possibility to fly. So you can see here, there's a tree branch that goes up to the one that's up there. Very beautiful creatures, very large creatures. You can understand why, like, you don't see them in like TV shows and stuff because those claws are just humongous. I'm trying to see how high you can get. Where are you looking up there? Kiara, what did you find? Stingrays. It's over here. It's on the vent. Go get it. See, it's right here. Look. It's right along the vent. Okay, so I'm going to touch this one because they feel funny, right? So we'll just gently, just very gently. There we go. Look at this big stingray. Tiara, what's it feel like? Slime.
Florida bird. We see like out all the time.
Look at his legs.
Yeah, so if you've ever been to Florida, you've definitely seen this bird. They get really big, like super big. This is the egret. So this one is a little smaller, but there is a different form of egret. They get really big, but they always look like that. They have really long beaks. So speaking about egrets, there's some babies right there in the tree, in a nest. And then there's just a whole bunch of nests right over here. There's some over there. You can tell they're babies because they're still fluffy. See, they're fluffy up there?
He's getting a little adventurous, buddy. Stay in the nest.
Now this back here is a Florida panther. Now I do know, because the show talks about this particular panther, that one of his front paws went through like a snare, and to save him they had to amputate his claws. But the good news, and they even talk about it in the show, is that the bones were starting to fuse together, which was then in turn making his paw strong again. So he is able to climb whenever he wants up into those trees, which is pretty cool that nature can adapt like that. It is said that he cannot be returned into the wild, but still cool that he can still survive. I did have a couple questions actually about the Sandhill Crane.
Okay, yeah.
So they obviously have smaller vocalizations, which they don't use at a regular basis. What triggers the louder vocalizations? Because I mean, here in Florida, they're sort of like a standard bird. Like they walk in my front yard every morning.
If they are trying to scare off any other birds from their nests. Right now it is nesting season. We actually just pulled some eggs from the cranes in the next habitat over. They're sisters, but biologically they do lay eggs even if they're not fertile. So we let them sit on them, keep them warm for about 20 days, and then we'll pull them. So if the vultures ever try to get close to them, we'll call out just to kind of scare them away. They'll call out when we're entering habitat because they get excited about their food coming. So there's really just no one reason to why they do it.
So it's just like a danger call out sort of thing?
Yeah, danger,
Okay.
or it could be
We're happy, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
like
So just any behavior that they want to express. They'll call out.
Okay. And then with the skunks, they have like coarse hair, right?
Yeah, it's actually pretty soft. It's softer than you think it would be. It's kind of like a dog's hair.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And is there any experiences with the animals that you've been here that like really sticks out to you? Like most, not like a bad moment, like a good memory moment. Like
I have a bunch of good memories. I love all the animals I work with. And I'm part of the Florida Mammals team, so we also do the Manatee Critical Care Center. And every manatee we are able to release and see their progress through their rehab is an amazing experience. It's just very warming and rewarding to go through every time.
awesome. There is an American black bear. There's two of them standing there. They're headed our way. Look at that. Oh, it's a cub. So it's probably mama and cub. There is. Get around this way, see if we get a better view at Mama. There we go, there's the two of them. They look so fluffy. They look like teddy bear fluffy. I know it's an encounter you can't do, but if you could touch a black bear, would you do it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Me too. I would want to hug one. I love how
Scratch behind the ears. Look how fluffy the ears look.
the cub just sat back right in that water. I was like, I'm sitting here. Oh, I want cuddles. Give me cuddles. Now this is a joke. I do love the zoo, but it does kind of bother me that the big ride that they've put in, the water ride, was sponsored by Pinch a Penny.
It's Pinch a Penny Pool Patio Spa. So they clearly sell pool stuff. But Pinch a Penny is still a bad name for any business.
Especially a business that's going to be putting something large like this together, right?
I mean, it does look like every other one, so maybe they pinched a penny by just buying
Getting it cheaper.
plants.
Well, that's the end of our day. It's a nice long day.
Yeah.
So the park is open, the zoo. I keep calling it the park because it is part of Lowery Park. It is the Lowery Park Zoo or Zoo Tampa. It is normally open from 9:30 to 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Now those are regular hours. Of course, they are closed for like your big holidays. But it's a very nice walk around park. I like it.
Very chill atmosphere. Very personal zoo. We talked to a lot of good, like just hardworking people that seem to like really love their jobs.
And they really love their animals too. And it wasn't just the ones that like have interactions with the animals that are on TV either. They truly, truly love their animals, all of them. Even the ones who don't work with animals. So I think it was really cool. We saw a lot of cool animals.
Yeah.
And we touched a rhino.
Yes, we did. That was epic.
That was amazing. Now, normally those experiences they're cheap. They're really cheap. It only costs us $20. But you do have to reserve them in advance. We did get lucky. We checked in this morning. We did want to feed a rhino, which is a different rhino altogether. Definitely something I want to come back and do.
For sure.
But they had this encounter, which was also rhino themed, and so we got to do that and sign up day of.
Yep.
So that was really nice. Thanks to Kyle and Logan for being our tour guides. And thanks for Julia for answering all of our rhino questions.
Yes.
We had a lot.
Yeah.
There were a lot of rhino questions. So, that being said, keep laughing with us.
Subscribe and like.
Bye, guys.
Bye.